how's everybody doing today? What are we doing this afternoon? Alright, let's get to talking about some spoilers today. What's up, Waffle Bros? Real world, what's going on? Good afternoon. Alrighty. Let's go from the bottom to the top. Wow. Holy crap. Alright, none of these that we're going over is in standard except for a few. Once we get to here, we'll start going over standard. But for the first ones, they're not going to be standard. Fractured Identity. 3 white and blue. Sorcery. Exile target non-land permanent. Each player, other than its controller, creates a token that's a copy of it. Nice. Then we got Fling. Fling used to be in standard. The additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage equal to that sacrificed creature's power to any target. Then we got Bedevil. Destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Ride Down for a red and a white. Instant, destroy target blocking creatures that were blocked by that creature. This combat gain trample until end of turn. Then we got Electrodominance. Electrodominance deals X damage to any target. You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Nice. Too bad these ain't in standard. You got Cracker with Power. Deals 5 times X damage to each of up to X targets. Journey to Nowhere. When enters a battlefield, exile target creature. When Journey to Nowhere leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to the battlefield under its owner's control. That's an enchantment. We got a sorcery, Collective Defiance. It's got Escalate 1. Choose one or more. Target player discards all cards in their hand, then draws that many cards. Deals 4 damage to target creature, or deals 3 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Then we got Siphon Insight. A lot of these are reprints. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library, exile one of them face down, and put the other on the bottom of that library. You may play the exile card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it was any mana of any color to cast that spell, then plus it says flashback. Then we got Tyrant Scorn. It's a reprint. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Primal Command, reprint. Choose 2. Target player gains 7 life. Put target non-creature permanent on top of its owner's library. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library. Search your library for a creature card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. Then we got another one. That's Humiliate. It's a reprint. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Player discards that card and put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Then we got another foreign one, Skullcrack. It's a reprint. For 1 in a red instant, players can't gain life this turn. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Skullcrack deals 3 damage to target player or planeswalker. We've got another. There's a Void Wren. We all know it's a reprint. Destroy target non-land permanents. Can't be countered. Then we got a Desert. When it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. Then we got, now we're doing standard. Throw from the saddle. For 1 and a green, target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on it instead. If it's a mount, then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Nice. I appreciate the people who like the stream here. I am a little late. Was going to do this at 2 o'clock, but just got home. I had to go run an errand. So it put me behind a little bit. Quick draw. When I seen this, I was wanting to say quick draw McGraw. When I seen this quick draw. All right, quick draw for 1 red instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains first strike until end of turn. Creatures target opponent controls lose first strike and double strike until end of turn. Nice. So you have a creature on the battlefield, and your opponent has a double strike, first strike creature on the battlefield. You play this, it'll buff your creature up and give it first strike, and your opponent's creatures turns into vanilla creatures. Nice. This quick draw card is good. Like red really needs more good cards. Highway Robbery for 1 and a red sorcery. You may discard a card or sacrifice a land. If you do, draw 2 cards. Nice. Then this Highway Robbery also has plot for 2. Next, we got Vault Plunderer. 3/1 human rogue for 3 mana. 2 generic, 1 black. When Vault Plunderer enters the battlefield, target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Nice. Next, we got Nezumi Link Breaker. 1 black Rat Warlock. When Nezumi Link Breaker dies, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token. With tap, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. They're really pushing these mercenary creature tokens in this set. Next, we got Mourner's Surprise for 1 and a black sorcery. Return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token with tap. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. I kind of see a mercenary deck in the brew. Then we got Corrupted Conviction for 1 black instant. As additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Then draw 2 cards. Not too bad. Now it can be a creature token also, because it just says creature. Doesn't say non-token, so yeah, it's pretty good. Next, we got Consuming Ashes for 2 and 2 black instant. Exile target creature. If it had mana value 3 or less, surveil 2. Not too bad. Next, we got us an Ambush Gigapede for 6 mana. 4 generic and 2 black. 6/2 with flash. And when Ambush Gigapede enters the battlefield, target creature opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Nice. So you flash this in. Your opponent has a 2/2 creature. And a creature maybe 5/5. You flash this in, kill their 5/5 and their 2/2. So that's kind of like, you know, two birds with one stone. Not too bad. But it's a 6/2. So it ain't going to stick around. It's more of a defensive card. Next we got Take the Fall. For 1 blue. Instant. Target creature gets -1/-0 until end of turn. It gets -4/-0 until end of turn instead if you control an outlaw. And draw a card. An outlaw is assassin, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks. All of those creature types are considered to be an outlaw. Not too bad. This ain't too bad. Although, it will not kill your opponent's creature. Because it's a 0 effect. Next, we got, excuse me, Seize the Secrets. For 2 and a blue sorcery. So it costs 1 less to cast if you've committed a crime this turn. So you can cast this for 2 mana. Draw 2 cards is the only thing it does. So, it's card draw. Next, we got Phantom Interference for 1 blue instant with Spree. So, for a total of 4 mana for when you cast this instant, you get to create a 2/2 white spirit creature token with flying. Or you can use this for a counter spell. Pay 2 in total. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Nice. Next, we got Jailbreak Scheme for 1 blue, another Spree card, sorcery, and it's sorcery speed. So for a total of 4, you can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It can't be blocked this turn. Nice. So for 1 turn, for a total of 4 mana, you can make a creature. You can buff a creature up with +1/+1 and making it to where it cannot be blocked. That could be a finisher there. Or for a total of 3, target artifact or creature's owner puts it on top or bottom of their library. So you make your opponent put a creature or artifact on the top of their deck library. Not too bad. Next, we got Geyser Drake for 3 mana. 2/3 for 3. 2 generic, 1 blue. Creature Drake. It has flying, and as long as it's not your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to 1 less to cast. So, makes your spells cheaper on your opponent's turns. Not too bad. Next, we got Hair Strix for 1 blue mana. Bird with flying. When it enters a battlefield, tap target permanent. And for 3, draw a card, then discard a card. It's 1/1 bird. It's alright. Next, we got us a Daring Thunder Thief for 4 mana. 4/4 for 4. 3 generic, 1 blue. Turtle Rogue. So we got turtle. It's a turtle rogue with flash. And during Thunder Thief enters the battlefield tapped. So you cannot use this for a defensive card. Oh Lord, what happened to this card? Stop Cold for 3 and a blue aura with flash. Enchant artifact or creature. When Stop Cold enters the battlefield, tap Enchanted Permanent. Enchanted Permanent loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So, Yeah, you can make your opponent tap a creature, and it turns into a vanilla creature that does not untap. Now, if it's got abilities, they'll still get the abilities. That's it. Next, we got Take Up the Shield for 1 and a white. Instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Take Up the Shield. Pretty good. We got Stagecoach Security. 5 mana. Alright, it's 4 generic, 1 white. Human Soldier. 4/5. And when Stagecoach Security enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. And you can apply this for 4 mana. Not bad. Next, we got Outlaw Medic for 1 and a white. Human Rogue has lifelink, and whenever Outlaw Medic dies, draw a card. It's a 1/3 creature. Not too bad. I mean, it can gain you 1 life, and when it dies, you get to draw a card. Next, for 5 mana, 4 generic, 1 white, Bird Soldier with flying. And when Sterling Supplier enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. So this will buff another creature. Not too bad. Next, we got Skullduggery for 1 black mana. Instant. Till end of turn, target creature you control gets +1/+1, and target creature opponent controls gets -1/-1. Oh yeah, this is good. You got a 3/3, your opponent's got a 4/4. Play this, yours turns into a 4/4, and your opponent's turns into a 3/3. And boom, you kill it. Next, we got Iron Fist Poltervisor for 5 mana. 4/5 for 5. 4 generic, 1 red. Giant Warrior. It has reach, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, Iron Fist Poltervisor deals 2 damage to target opponent, and you get to scry 1. Very good. But it would be better if it didn't cost so much. However, it is a 4/5. So it costs the right amount since it's a 4/5. Next, we got Prickly Pear for 3 mana. 2 generic, 1 red, 2/2. Plant Mercenary. When Prickly Pear enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token with tap. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 to end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Next, we got Thunder Salvo for 1 and a red. Thunder Salvo deals X damage to target creature, where X is 2 plus the number of other spells you've cast this turn. Nice. X damage to target. Too bad it's not any targets. It's only to a creature. Next, we got Trick Shot for 5 mana. An instant for 5. Ooh. 4 generic, 1 red. Instant. Trick Shot deals 6 damage to target creature and 2 damage to up to 1 other target creature token. So this would damage creatures and tokens. Not too bad, but it costs a lot. I don't think that'll see any play. But, that's just my opinion. Next, we got Free Strider Commando. 3/3 for 3. Not bad. 2 generic, 1 green. Centaur Mercenary. Free Strider Commando enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it if it wasn't cast or if no mana was spent to cast it. Wait a minute. Oh, so if you can't, so they want you to plot this first. So you plot it for 4. Then once you plot it, you get to play it the next turn. When you do it, in it'll be a 3, 4, 5. It'll be a 5/5. Not bad. Next, we got us a giant beaver. It's a 4/4 for 4. 3 generic, one green. Beaver mounts. It has vigilance. Nice. Whenever giant beaver attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that's saddled at this turn. Saddle for 3. Not bad. Not bad. So we'll take a saddle, has to be 3. Power of 3. And so it's going to turn a creature that's 3/3 into a 4/4. You keep saddling that same creature, that creature is just going to get bigger and bigger. However, it is going to be tapped. But there's always ways around tapping creatures. Next, we got Spinewoods Paladin. For 4 generic, 1 green, human knight, 5/4, with human knight with trample. And when Spinewoods Paladin enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. You can plot this for 4. Not bad. Because when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and it's a 5/4. Not bad. Next, we got us another reprint. We got Snakeskin Veil for 1 green, instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof until end of turn. This is a reprint. Next, we got Ankle Biter. 1 green. Creature, snake with death touch. 1/1. It's a vanilla creature. However, that death touch does help it. Next, we got a Drover Grizzly for 3 mana. A 4/2 for 3. Bear mounts. Whenever a Dover Grizzly attacks while saddled, creatures you control gain trample until end of turn. Saddle for 1. I don't like it. It's 4/2. If it wasn't a 4/2, like maybe a 4/3, I'd like it. Next, we got Overzealous Muscle for 5/4 for 5. Okay. Whenever you commit a crime, it's Orc Mercenary. Whenever you commit a crime during your turn, Overzealous Muscle gains indestructible until end of turn. Nice. If you have this on the battlefield, then you ding your opponent for target your opponent with the spell. This Overzealous Muscle will get indestructible. Not too bad, except that cost is too high. I like the monster. I like the effect. I just think it costs too much. Next, we got Sterling Hound for 3 generic mana. Artifact creature, dog. So we got us a dog. When Sterling Hound enters the battlefield, surveil 2. It's a 3/2 dog. Well, I like the creature because it lets you surveil. Other than that, it's not too bad. Next, we got Silver Deputy for 2 mana. 1/2 for 2. Artifact creature, Mercenary. When Silver Deputy enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card or a desert card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that on top of your deck. Then you can tap it. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Actually, only as a sorcery. That's just like the tokens, pretty much. Next, we got us a Desert Land. Conduit Pylons. When Conduit Pylons enters the battlefield, surveil 1. You tap it, add a colorless. Pay 1 mana, tap it, add 1 mana of any color. Next, we got some more cards that's not in standard. The rest of them are not in standard. We got Decimates. 2 red-green, sorcery, destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. Very good. Wish it was in standard. Next, we got Abrupt Decay. For a black and a green instant, can't be countered. Target non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less. It's alright. Then we got Villainous Wealth. Sorcery. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. Without paying their mana cost. So, hey, you play this, you could easily say, give me that card, I'm playing it on my side, and you don't have to pay for it. You just throw it out there. Very good card. Next, we got Anguished Unmaking for 3. Exile target non-land permanent, you lose 3 life. Not too bad. And we got Murder. Murder is getting another reprint. 3 mana, 1 generic, 2 black, destroy target creature in an instant. Oh man, how many more times you going to reprint Murder? Then we got Buried in the Garden. Enchantment Aura, enchant land. When Buried the Garden enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent you don't control until Buried in the Garden leaves the battlefield. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any color. Not too bad. Not too bad. And I believe that's going to be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and look at number 5. Nothing more, nothing else today. And if you go here, they've done spoil 271 cards out of 276. So that might be done with the spoilers by tomorrow, maybe. But so we're just about done with the spoiler season. And other than that, I guess I will see everybody tomorrow in the morning at 9 a.m. And I'd appreciate it if you leave a like on this video. And I shall see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Later, everybody.